Hey everybody, welcome back to LX News Now. I'm Eric Alvarez, standing to a map, and on that map is a lot of red. But guys, please don't blame me. I'm just the messenger, here to tell you, as you probably already know, gas prices are not good, they're getting worse. Right now, the national average for gas is about $4.94 a gallon, according to AAA. If you're living on the west side of the country, as you can see, you're really seeing those high gas prices. Let's take a look at California here, if we can. It's like $6.36, so a lot worse in the state of California than in other places. Some counties a little bit worse than others. And as you well know, whenever you go to the pump, no matter where you are in the country, you're probably paying more than you used to. So to help drive all of the prices down, President Biden announced a new plan to suspend the federal gas tax, which is around 18 cents a gallon. But this tax freeze will only provide relief for about 3 months, and it's unclear if it'll even happen at all. So we want to bring in oil and gas expert Jay Young to talk more about it. Jay, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I am well, except for the gas prices, of course. Now, whenever we talk about anything happening in Washington, D.C., it kind of comes with this this caveat. Is it even possible to implement this plan? Is this something that you think is likely to happen, or is there going to be just too much political opposition?
You know, it could very well happen. I'm very surprised that Biden had the 1 million barrels a day coming out of our strategic reserve. But I'm also, it's questionable of what's going to happen. I mean, 18 cents isn't going to be the answer to our problem. Our problem, we have a supply problem in the United States. We're not producing enough oil and gas. That's our problem. And until we fix that problem, we're still going to have high oil prices. Now, 18 cents, I mean, we're losing 18 cents on our government increase of revenue. So it's not going to be good it's not good for everybody. So, you know, this is a problem that we're having right now because we're not drilling for oil and gas in the United States. Our government's keeping us from drilling in some parts, but there's really nothing that's going right in the United States right now to drill for oil and gas. I mean, it's like public companies are buying back their stock instead of drilling. Private equity companies are not producing. They're not putting money back into the oil and gas business. You know, your federal government's keeping you from drilling oil and gas. Your state governments. I mean, we're drilling wells in Wyoming and Colorado, and it takes months to get permits and to get action instead of a week. In Texas, I can call Billy Bob and go get a permit and a rig this weekend, where in Wyoming and Colorado it may take, you know, months to do so. And it's a slow process, and it's going to get ugly. And there's nothing going right. There's nothing going right in this world right now for prices to come down. And that's the reason why they're going up. If there's nothing that's going, oh, okay, we fixed the problem, or we're not fixing the problem.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about kind of this cost-benefit situation you were referring to, because 18 cents a gallon for, I don't know, anywhere between 12 and 20 gallons per person might not seem like a lot, but of course, when you multiply that times millions of drivers, it can really add up. So I wanted to ask you about, you know, the benefits of at least a little bit of savings at the pump for people. It seems pretty self-explanatory, but what about the other consequences of that shortfall of that tax revenue coming in? How significant is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the federal. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to retire, or my kids or my grandkids are going to retire and not have this huge federal deficit. It's going to be huge. I don't know how we're ever going to pay that, how that's ever going to happen. We're in massive trouble with this. We're giving money to a lot of different countries right now, and we're doing things that, in my opinion, our deficit is going way up. Not good for us, not good for the future of the United States. It's kind of like the strategic reserves. I mean, we're giving all our strategic reserves, or using it all right now, and we're going to have to buy that back in the future. We're going to have to pay more money, you know. So I mean, it's a spending free for all right now, and we don't have the revenue coming in that we need to offset this. So it's just going to get ugly in the future. So we've got to get back to drilling for oil in the United States of America. That's the best way for us to do and fix the problem. We have a supply problem. It's not demand. Demand's going to do whatever it does based on what everybody's, you know, what everybody's liking is. And don't forget, I mean, you know, gasoline is only like 40% of a barrel of oil. So, I mean, it isn't like that if we fix the oil price, gasoline price, that it's gonna, no, we need oil for asphalt, for roads, we need it for tires, we need it for plastics, we need it for so many different products, and only 40% of that's used for planes, trains, and automobiles, where we need oil in the United States, and that's what's going to fix our problem. So if it was me, I'd be out there. Let's look at the whole problem, and let's fix the problem here.
All right, Jay Young, it is a very complex problem. We appreciate you coming on to tell us what you think about it. Thanks for coming on, Jay.
Thank you.